Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? My name is Dr. Chidi. I'm reaching you guys from Toronto, Canada. Thank you for joining us. If today is your first time, I really welcome you. And I know you subscribed, but if you have not, please do us a favor and subscribe. I know some of you have been advised by a friend of mine in another channel that you should go and unsubscribe. And I'm wondering why. Why is it that when the heat begins to get to people, they tell you to go and run away and not listen to the truth? Well, that's not true. I invite you to always stand for the truth, always listen for the truth. I hope you guys can hear me clearly. All right. So today we're going to be talking about, there's a lot of things to talk about. I'm probably going to do another video after this because I want to address some issues that are out there about the baby testimony that is being on top of the issue, the burner these days. So we've been investigating that. We've made a lot of findings, and we think it is very, very important that we let you know. But then, like you guys know, I wear a lot of caps. Some of you are seeing me with a beret, and they're saying, "What is Chidi wearing a beret for?" Yes, because I am an activist. It's not a secret, okay? I fight for the rights of people when they're being abused, especially when it is the right of someone who makes it a habit of fighting for people's rights. I'm telling you, whenever people's rights are trampled upon, this particular person jumps up and he begins to defend them pro bono without taking any dime. I'm talking about Barrister Effiong Inibehe. And Barrister Effiong Inibehe, as most of you must have seen in the flyer, is being held by a judge. A judge in a Nigerian court has sentenced Effiong to prison Just like that. Do you understand? Just like that. I don't understand this. Before we go any further, please do me a favor, because it is important that when this kind of thing happens, that we let as many people as possible know. We have a government in Nigeria that thinks they control the media, they control everything, but we're here to tell them it is not true. It is not true. There's injustice. We are fighting this injustice on every ground. All right. There are some people who focus on one particular thing. Injustice to one is injustice to all. It doesn't matter. If we find it happening in our law courts, we are there. If we find it happening in our political life, we are there. Find it happening in a church, we are there. It doesn't matter. Anywhere we see injustice, we jump on and we fight. That's what we are. That's what we are. Okay. So I need you to pause. Just take a minute, not more than a minute, to copy this. That's exactly what I'm doing to show you that it doesn't take more than a minute. Copy this and send it out to your friends. Send it out to your friends. I send it out to 6 places and I come back and we talk. Just send it out to your friends and tell them we are live. They need to come and hear this. So that's what we mean when we say share. So I'm saying we are live. That's what I'm typing. We are live now. We are live now. So please, it's not difficult to do. You see me too, I'm doing it. I won't tell you to do what I am not able to do. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm posting it on places where I am a member, like, groups where I belong. That's what I do. And if you belong to those groups right now, you know I'm telling you the truth, because very soon you're going to see back. I'll poke you. That's what I used to say with my wife. I'm going to poke somebody. When I get that notification, I say, somebody is poking me. Who is this person poking me? So right now, I'm poking all these groups. I'm telling them, we are live right now. Come and listen and find the latest. If anybody should know what is happening to Inibehe, I believe I'm one of those people that should know. Why? Because Inibehe, I'm connected to him in so many ways. I'm connected to him in so many ways. We have this very strong bond. He is the legal advisor, is a lawyer to the African Action Congress, which I'm a member. He also serves on so many other capacities, and I've been privileged to be connected with him on those phases. So I have distributed it one more place, and we are done. We need to share this. Okay, we need to share this. It is very, very important. We cannot tolerate crass abuse of power. It is not right. It is not right at all. So that's why you see me, I'm sharing it around, and people need to know. Very, 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 very important. Okay, the last place is all Nigerians in Canada. This is a WhatsApp group. I'm going to post it there. It's very, very important that we do this. All Nigerians in Canada. You know the one you belong. This is the one I belong to. So I just posted it there. All right, guys. So I'm going to go to where the news is and find out exactly what happened. Okay, so let's go to Sahara Reporters. Let's go to Sahara Reporters and show you what is in the news about this story. From there, we'll come back and we'll analyze exactly what happened. Okay, so let me share this Sahara Reporters page. As I speak with you right now, you know what? Maybe first, okay, let me tell you the story and I'll go to people who are on the ground and will bring you guys live reporting of what is happening with Inibehe right now. So this Sahara Reporters, as you know, it's the go-to place. It's very reliable. That is the place that people go to. You know, people say, I like Omoyele Sowore. You know, I like him, but I don't understand that but. I like Omoyele Sowore, but when you need your news, you run to Sahara Reporters and you still come back and say, oh, Sahara Reporters is biased. Sahara Reporters is, but when you need authentic news, you go to Sahara Reporters. I don't understand it. It beats my imagination. I don't know why that happens. So let us go back to Sahara reporters let's go back to Sahara reporters and see what's going on there. So Sahara reporters says Sahara reporters has learned that Obot is the judge who allowed armed policemen wielding AK-47 rifles into the courtroom on Wednesday on June 30th, threatened to jail Effiong for accusing her of being biased and asking her to recuse herself from the case. On June 30th, Effiong, this Inibehe Effiong, had accused this judge of being biased. Now, this is a case of the state governor accusing someone of filing a motion of libel suit against someone. Okay, let's continue to read. The chief judge of Akwa Ibom, Ekaite Obot, has sent human rights lawyer Inibehe Effiong to 1 month imprisonment for asking her to recuse herself from a libel suit filed against a fellow lawyer. Now, this is in the defense of a fellow lawyer. A fellow lawyer was sued to court by the governor, and he hired Inibehe Effiong to come and defend him. And now, this Ekaite Obot, who is actually the chief judge, can you imagine, the chief judge of the state was appointed by the governor, is the judge sitting over the case of a complaint from. Is there any other way that you can define conflict of interest more than this? No other judge was good enough, but the judge was appointed chief judge of, like, somebody who says, Your Excellency. Somebody who was probably picked by the governor is the chief judge in this case. So you see, it's beginning to get interesting, but let's go on. Let's go on. For asking, so she's angry that the Inibehe, about a couple of on June 30th, some days ago, getting to a month right now, had said, Ma, you should recuse yourself from this case because it's too close for comfort. There might be issues of conflict of interest. And she got angry, and from that time, she said, I will teach you a lesson. Now, Sahara reporters learned that Obot, who allowed armed police wielding AK-47 rifles into the courtroom on Wednesday, on June 30th, had threatened to jail Effiong for accusing her of being biased and asking her to recuse herself from the case. Udom Emmanuel had sued. Udom Emmanuel is the governor of the state. You know that one that just keeps speaking English all over the place. Sued Ekpeyon for defamation of character over a publication he just published where he accused the governor of buying judgment from the 20,000 National Assembly Election Tribunal. You see, there's some things that when these politicians do it, they make it sound like it's such a big deal. You say that I bought judgment. How can you say that I bought judgment? Me, a politician, buy judgment. Somebody is asking, is Shore involved? Of course now, Sims. How are you, Sims? Good to see you. Thank you for your support. Of course. You see, a friend was asking me, this your Shore man. I said, one thing about it is that it's always, look, all of us are the same. All of us are the same. Do you understand? Anytime you fight the system will fight back. Of course, he is Shore's lawyer. So there's always an extension. So now it makes sense to you, you understand. Of course. And we will see, I'm coming to what can be done. So let's go on. I'll read for you guys. So Udom Emmanuel had sued Ekpeyon for defamation of character over a publication in which he accused the governor of buying judgment from 2019 National Assembly Election Tribunal. I know a lot of people who bought judgment. In the case of AAC, Wike bought judgment. In the case of Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma bought judgment. So why is it sounding like a new thing that politicians buy judgment? And when somebody writes about it, you go and lock them up. Anyway, in a motion on notice filed by Ekpeyon's lawyer, Inibehe filed a motion. He had asked the judge, Justice Ubot, to reassign the case to a neutral judge, which is something that is allowable in law. You have a right to say, I don't trust this judge. You don't even have to explain. I don't feel comfortable with this judge. I don't think I will get judgment, because a judge is supposed to be an impartial judge. A judge is not supposed to be seen as leaning towards somebody. But when the chief judge of the state is now the judge of your case, a case that is brought to you, on you by the governor, how do you expect to get judgment? Because she is totally answerable to the governor. Anyway, but the events took another turn on Wednesday morning, when the chief judge surprisingly ordered that Effiong be thrown behind bars. Can you imagine? In a live Facebook video, and I'm going to show you that video, the human rights lawyer said, we were in court this morning and the atmosphere was very hostile. Immediately, my lord, the chief judge came in. She ordered some armed policemen with AK-47 to come into the courtroom. Do you understand? You're a lawyer, you step into court, and the first thing the judge says is, tell them to come in. Tell them to come in. You see, Nigeria, they've turned things upside down. When people like me talk about this, you think we are making noise. No, we are not making noise. We are trying to make you understand how bad things have become in Nigeria. Things have become so bad, so terribly bad, that the court, which is the court of the people, that's why you have separation of power. The court is supposed to be a place where an ordinary citizen, an ordinary poor man who does not have any big shots, godfathers, can come into a law court and feel safe. Do you understand? People don't get it when we actually, you see, I think people don't like serious talk. People just like it when it's gossip and casual and frivolous things that you're talking about. But when you begin to talk about their rights, they don't get interested. You don't get interested. You should understand that when you are in a law court, you have equal rights as the president of the country. The president of the country will stand and you will stand, and a judge will listen to two of you. The judge cannot say, because he's president of the country, he can sit down, you stand up. No. He will come and he cannot tell him, my Mr. President, sit down where you are, and I will ask you questions. He will tell him to stand up. You will enter the dock. They will dock him and ask him questions. So when the citizens are inside there, you have to treat them like they are, is it a criminal? Is it the case of an armed robber that you because sometimes you may need extra security. But when it is the people's court, you have to treat it like it's a civil court. The judge says, bring those people in, and they come in with AK-47 and they are sitting behind the lawyer. What kind of intimidation is that? You already set the stage for someone to suspect that this is not going to end well. And of course, as you would see, Inibehe was not comfortable and he complained. He complained. So instead of reading what happened in court today, I'm going to go ahead and play that video for you so that you hear it from Inibehe himself and you understand how, because sometimes when you read it, it doesn't make, it's not the same impression as it's not the same it's not the same thing as when you actually see the person talking about it. So let's go to Facebook. And I will share with you guys this video, and you see Inibehe speaking. So there we go.
Yeah, okay. So we were in court this morning, and then, as usual, the atmosphere was very, very hostile. I came in this morning, and immediately my lord, the chief judge, came in. He ordered some armed policemen with AK-47 to come inside the courtroom. And then the armed policemen came in with AK-47, two of them, including the orderly. And then I kept quiet. The proceedings started, and then, I reminded the court that we have a motion for recusal, asking the chief judge to recuse himself from the matter on grounds of likelihood of bias, which we have filed. And then the court said we should go ahead with the trial and leave the motion. I listened. The trial started, and then while I was examining the witness to the governor, the judge ordered the journalist from Premium Times to leave the court, and I simply said, "My lord, that is an open court. We were expecting that anyone that wants to observe proceedings should observe proceedings." And then the judge, now turned on me, and I also read that, "My lord, that I don't feel comfortable having armed policemen inside the court. That I've never seen armed policemen with AK-47, two armed policemen with AK-47 inside the court. That it made me feel uncomfortable. It made me feel threatened that they could be outside. And I applied officially that the court should excuse them from the court. And my lord ordered me to step out of the bar, ordered me to the rope, and said he's committing me to prison for 1 month for, raising an observation that armed policemen, it's not proper for them to be inside the courtroom. So my lord has asked that, a conviction warrant be brought. I'm waiting for the conviction warrant. I'm going to your prison from here. I think it's also an opportunity to get to see people that are there, right? So we'll see how this goes. I just want everybody to know what has been happening. This case has been very hostile. A lot of things have happened. Every time we come to the court, it is always one issue or the other. I haven't done anything. I haven't disrespected the court. I haven't said anything to her that is personal. I just made an application that it is not proper to have armed policemen in court. And the next thing the judge said, I'm being rude. That why should I say that? That I should step out of the bar, that I'm going to prison. This is the case filed by Udom Emmanuel against a certain Effiong, a lawyer, over alleged defamation. And since I got into this matter, it is as if I shouldn't have even defended this man. As if I shouldn't have even defended this man. We have a pending application for recusal, asking the chief judge to recuse himself of the matter. That application has not been taken. That application is still pending. And this is exactly why we brought that application, because of what has been happening. And then I'm being sent to prison for doing what exactly? So I'm just waiting for the policemen to bring the warrant. The judge has ordered them not to allow me to step out of the court, that I'm going to be taken to prison from here. So I'm waiting for them to come, right? I'm waiting for them. I'm waiting for the policemen to come. So in case, you are not likely going to hear from me after now, we'll be seeing we'll see what happens from there. We'll see what happens from there. I've never seen this kind of situation before. I've never. I mean, how do you commit a lawyer to prison for making a formal application before the court? How do you ask a lawyer to leave the court for making an observation that it is not proper for armed policemen to be inside the court? Why should armed policemen be in the court? Look at where they were staying. One was here, the other one was there. With AK-47. And when the chief judge came in, he clearly said that, look, today, anybody that said anything is going to deal with the person with AK-47 inside the courtroom. How am I supposed to feel safe and comfortable with people with AK-47 behind me? And then the next thing, the chief judge made an order that I should step out of the bar, that I have to be committed to prison for 1 month. There is a pending application for recusal in this matter. And a lot has happened in this case. That is why we even filed the application for the Honorable Chief Judge to recuse himself. For the Honorable Chief Judge to recuse himself. So this is just the price that we have to pay for following a conviction. This is the price that we have to pay.
So you see what happened. You see one thing that baffles me. One thing that baffles me is the level that our courts have degenerated. Did you see the crass? I'm looking for the right word without being insulted. But the madness that was exhibited there, first of all, you saw the judge. I could just imagine the judge, almighty, entering the court and announcing ab initio that anybody today in this court, anybody will do anyhow, you go see anyhow. Today, if anybody talk nonsense, I will send that person to prison. I want you to understand that this is an orchestrated thing. It was pre-planned. They don't plan and with the governor. You have to understand these people. It was pre-planned, very, very orchestrated. First and foremost, the judge knew that a case of a lawyer and another lawyer, was Inibehe the head of a gang or mafia or what? A lawyer and another lawyer, people who know the law. You already came prepared. These people will be sent from the government. Go and check very well now. These people are probably not even the regular policemen. This will be the governor's guards. The people that guard the governor. I'm telling you, go and check very well. These armed policemen, this is what I saw with AK-47. They will not be sent to that place by any police station. They will just be the people that are the governor's orderlies, and the governor will send them. They had planned this thing. See, this kind of thing, they know us everywhere we come. We don't bow down. I've asked someone to send me the video of the fracas that happened yesterday. It should be on Omoyele Shore's case. I want to show you this thing. You see, you know, a lot of people that don't know me before, you know, they just come to where I'm having a live video and they begin to talk all kinds of trash. Oh, Dr. Chidi, you're doing this because of this. And I just laugh at them. I laugh at them because I'm like, you don't even know anything about me. You don't know how we roll. You don't know, how we go about with the things that we do. This, let me, in quotes, trouble follows us everywhere we go. We know what these people are doing. We understand them. We don't like them and they don't like us. It is settled. We know. Please, somebody should send me the video of yesterday's in court, when we were in court, the African Action Congress. The African Action Congress. I want someone to please send it to my WhatsApp, please. I'm going to call on someone, a member of the African Action Congress, who is a member of the African Action Congress who was in court yesterday. Why am I sending this? I just want you guys to see what happens on a daily basis. Anytime the government sees anybody, anytime the government sees anybody who has anything to do with Omoyele Sowore, anytime the government sees anybody who has anything to do with activism and the defense of people's rights, they just get jittery. They get jittery, they get uncomfortable. Why? When big criminals come to court, you don't do anything to them. When the people who steal money, be they politicians, be they pastors, be they drug barons, kidnappers, and terrorists, when they come to court, you're not as fearful as when you see ordinary people who just talk the truth. When you see them, you're scared. Why? Why is it like this? Why does it always happen this way? Anyway, I'm going to call Comrade who is there on ground to let me know exactly what is going on. This is the publicity secretary of the African Action Congress, Olorufemi Adeyeye. Adeyeye, I'm going to call him to tell me exactly. Okay, he's on another call. I'm gonna, because I told him I was gonna call him. I had started. By the way, sorry to those of you who got on this show the first time and we had to stop the show because we had technical difficulties and we had to switch. Sorry about that. And I hope you guys are able to join to this one. you can watch that later. But let me call Femi to let us know what what is happening. They don't even understand. By sending him to jail, they are making him more popular. They are not smart. When you're just asking for publicity, and you will get that publicity. We know how to give you publicity. George Bot, oh, you will get publicity. Hello, Femi. Oh, it cut off. It cut off again. Femi, please take my call. I'm hoping he'll take my call because I want to know exactly what's happening with I want to know what's happening with our man. Hello, Femi. You're live.
Hello.
Yes. How are you?
Hello.
Yes, Femi. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, Femi. Can you hear me? Niger network. Oh, I'm calling him, but he's not hearing me. Huh? Let me call him again. Okay, he's calling me back on WhatsApp. Hello, Femi.
Hello? Hey, I don't hear you.
Oh, it's okay. How are you, man?
I'm good, man.
All right. So, what's the situation on ground?
The situation on the ground is that he has been remanded at the Kotekpene prison. So.
He's been remanded at the Kotekpene prison. So right now he's in prison.
Yes. But other lawyers, people from the civil society, Femi Falano, and others are trying to see how we can come into this quickly. You get, so that's where we are.
What about the Nigerian Law Association?
Bar Association,
Nigerian Bar Association. Sorry.
Yes, the Akwa Ibom chapter from the report we'll get to is that they are also trying to wade in. As lawyers, there are just little they can do, especially as it concerns their lordship, in this particular case. So what they're trying as much as possible to see how they can wade into the matter. The NBA president also has been written by one of our human rights lawyers, Mr. Tokpe Temokun. Yeah, and so an open letter and also written and submitted at the national headquarters of the NBA as we speak. So let's see how all of this plays out. But it's just the bottom line is that this judicial rascality must be challenged. It must be challenged.
It's just crazy. Anyway, so on our own part, what are we doing? Because you see, the problem is, you see, like you said, they are lordship. They have a way of doing their own things. We have our way of doing our own things. But what's the midpoint between these two things?
Yeah, that's why I said I was intentional when I used that pronoun,
their lordship.
Because it does not concern us at this point. One person cannot just sit and they just sentence, another person to prison for asking this very simple question: why I harmed many in this court? She's so, it does not make sense at all. So from our own end, we've been able to, we have our governorship candidate who has been working with the interim legal advisor also to see how they can wade into the matter fully. We are expecting a draft from them anytime soon. Also, the deputy national chair of the AAC, Comrade Kenenshaw, is also being detailed at this time so as to make some contacts also in Akwa Ibom. It's the DNC South.
Yeah.
So he's working out that. So these people will definitely look at the issue and then give us the best solution on how to get into this politically. It's going to be a mix of political action and legal action. We cannot just allow. It's very political. We should not deceive ourselves. It's a very political thing. So all this legal thing might not give us the best of solutions. So we have to mount political pressure.
It looks like somewhere along the line we need to speak the language that they understand, because everybody has a language they understand.
Definitely. Mass actions. We've said it in our press statements. Just when the whole thing happened. that if he's not released, serious mass action is going to visit the governor. It's as simple as that. There are no two ways about that.
And I
So
think
we're
this
still waiting.
I think this Joyce too wants to get popular. So maybe we need to make her popular.
Of course, already the pictures people are already tweeting and calling them out. You see, these people, we have gotten to that point where we need to start calling bad people out, even though as we are speaking about the bad system, because it seems sometimes that they've developed a thick skin to some of these things, and then they don't just give a damn, just feel like they can just do anything, like, but there must be consequences. There must be consequences for doing things that are wrong. Also, in our press statement, we made it very clear that the NJC must step into this matter, that's National Judicial Council, and sanction this particular judge. Nobody can, you can't just say, in fact, if you listen to the live video when our comrade Inibehe Effiong was explaining what really happened,
Sure.
He said right from the beginning,
yeah,
she said, so if anybody messes up today, you go to jail, So that means somebody can just wake up maybe from the wrong side of their bed because you are a judge. Maybe something happened to you, maybe you are mentally unstable and all of that. And then you just come to court and then say, today, if anybody messes up in my court, you will go to jail. And then you're saying that, and then it happened. In this case, it happened to our own comrade. Things like that should not just be allowed to slide.
Something.
That's why we do
it. Something, comrade. Sometimes I don't blame people. When Nigeria happens to you, you can do a lot of things. You understand? So maybe you wake up, no lights, mosquito bite and for night, you just come, go to face the wrong person. But anyway, thank you so much, Femi. Thank you for keeping us up to date.
We actually know that it's politically motivated. We know that because the lawyer has already filed for a recusal. That this particular judge should recuse herself from the case.
And you wonder why they still allowed. You wonder why they still allowed her when
the same person.
The same person.
Same person.
Someone just said, "Look, I'm not comfortable with this person." You people still went on to
went on. He even raised it in open courts.
Even when they came
in open courts, you told him that no, that motion should be stepped down. Don't worry, let's just continue with this matter. Leave that one that you are saying that I should leave this case. Don't talk about that one here. Let's just go into the matter. That it sounds
I think they planned it. They planned. The thing is, they planned it, and they knew that if they went into that motion, whatever they planned will not happen. So that's why the judge. That's why they kept saying, don't worry, let's just go on, don't worry, it's okay. We will deal with that, but let us. And immediately they were just waiting for him. It was like an ambush. Anything he said, they would have still done that to him. Even if he had said good morning, your honor, or whatever, your lordship, she would have found something wrong with it. Anything he said would have been wrong.
Yes.
So we are not surprised. I think I'm going to look for a picture of that. I'm going to look for a picture of the judge and put it up. But thank you so much, Femi. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to let you go.
All right.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right.
So, guys, just in case you guys don't know, this is our dear judge. She wants to be famous, and your lordship, Obot, you just became very, very famous. You just become an internet star. You know how we used to do. Hey George, you won't try. You don't understand. I don't think you understand. George, look, I give you music now. Yeah, say you want to bamba. You want to chill with the big boys. Soon now you go they run kitty, they run kata. If you drink water, keep cup. When it start to no say we don't tell you upon all the people when you go do this kind of thing to, it will be activists, people where they defend other people where they do this. What do you think? I mean, they don't advise you well. You see, that's what happens when you look at only one side of the coin. You are looking at your appointments. You are looking at what you stand to gain from His Excellency, the governor. That's the only thing that you are looking at. You didn't think you should look at what happens to your own career. Remember, look at all those judges. Do you remember Moyele Shore's case? To the point where every single judge, not one, not two, not up to 8 of them, all of them left the case and they ran away. Why? Because they couldn't stand the heat. But you don't learn. You people don't learn. There are some people, when it comes to their case, you should just, if you are not ready, just leave the thing and go. And this, unfortunately, is one of them. This particular one is one of those cases that when you come to it, you just leave it unless you are willing. You are willing and able to stand on the path of justice. Not somebody like Inibehe. I'm telling you, you're thinking of make the con carry you go. You're thinking of federal appointment. So you're ready to do everything with the governor. You never see anything, no. You never see anything. But you will see. By the time we finish with you in this case, now you buy matter. Now you see this matter where you buy. So many people are interested. Even people, there are so many underground people. There's somebody that I was talking to, one of our very good friends that we are talking to this morning. Immediately, she just started making calls. Things just started happening. I called the Omoyele show. He was busy on the phone. Did you hear Femi Falana? Do you see the kind of combination? Are you ready? Like, are you ready? Are you ready? There's somebody that me and him, we are here and testing. There's a certain somebody. A certain somebody. Me and him are testing. I know Maka. We are doing small testing. We were doing small arm wrestling. I don't think they told him, but I think those around him should go and tell him that. But it's good. After me and him test this testing, he wants to try my network with his own network. When it comes to truth, I dey brag. My bragging is not be for money, not be for anything. My bragging is when it comes, just stand on truth to make we do am on truth. When it's just based on truth, you can't beat me. You can only beat me standing on the truth. But if you waver a little bit, if you waver a little bit from the truth, I will beat you hands down. When people see the bruise on you, so this person when you want to come and test the waters, you just put your leg for my water small. You dey test how hot it be. Small time you go find yourself inside that water. Person will go for water where crocodile dey, you go there, go dey test the water. No be trouble you dey look for, you go get am o, you will get it. You don't understand. You don't understand. Abi, this judge, they say fly when they hear something, fly when they hear word, if they follow coffin enter inside ground, inside burial, they go bury am with the coffin. Make I put your picture so that you can be understanding, because small time, say when they try to respect people, when you refuse to take the respect, we go disrespect you. Madam, you dey hear me so? Madam, hear me well, oh. I dey respect you. Like that because you wear glass. It is me, I don't get glass. Because I know wear my own eyeglass. I wear my wife eyeglass because maybe that one go for. I wear my wife eyeglass because a woman to woman talk. Maybe at that time it will take me serious. Madam, your worship sheep. Madam, if they ask for trouble, oh, we'll give her to you. When they talk to ear no one hear anything. The time when they come to cut off the head, guess where the ear dey? E go follow the head go. Madam, we dey tell you, comot hand for that matter. We don't even apologize. We don't even try to be reasonable. Say, madam, we no trust you. Must you do the work? Must you do this case plenty? Now go do another case. Leave Inibehe alone. Now you can't carry Inibehe and go to court. You just raise his profile. You just raise the bar for the young man, which is also nice. Don't want you finish. If you like, we can get here. You can not tell Erica and say I use her bones to do show. Who's now? to remove the chicken for my food. But let's get serious here. Somebody says, Dr. Chidi, you don't understand. Maybe the judge was under siege. Judge was under siege from who? From who? You see, our people, we have a proverb, and the only way this proverb works is when I talk it in my native language. Not even it's Igbo language, but our native our language. Ash na madabo ategu ejide nkata. Ị na-atụ egwu ije na-ejide nkata isi ọdụkwa gị mma. Get away you. Get ashing the get away you. That bagbukwa egwu there. Ị na-atụ egwu. If you dey talk say you dey under siege. Under siege from regular civilians. When you see the people that do siege, what you go do? Who are you bringing AK-47 for? For Inibehe? Did you ever hear that Inibehe shoot somebody or attack somebody? You say the judge is under siege. You never see shit. You never. From the governor, let him go and settle the case with the governor now. If she's under siege with the governor, it's a Inibehe governor. Just to show you guys, let me just show you, because some of you won't understand what I'm talking about. I'll show you just what happened in court. What just happened in court a couple of days ago. Someone is saying there's no place to comment. Sorry, I think there's a new system whereby you have to, if you can't comment, that means you're not subscribed. A lot of my friends are not even subscribed, but they don't know. So please click on the subscribe button and you'll be able to comment. Sorry about that. I think it's a new setting. I'm not in charge of the setup. It's Dr. Erica is the only one who is in charge of the setup. She does that. I help sometimes. So she's the one that makes me look good. You get it now? You get it? If you don't get it, then forget about it, man. You know? All right. So I'm going to go show you guys this court thing. What happened in court. I'm going to show you what happened in court today. Was it today? Yeah. With this Leonard. This happened, I think it was yesterday, and the Inibehe was in this court too. This court here. He was the lawyer in charge of the court. This thing I'm going to show you right now. And so you understand, this is a very busy person. These are people you cannot compromise. One of the best. Okay. Now, let me share this one with you. So this was what happened when we went to the people that the government was using to steal our party. They came back. They're not tired though. They are still fighting. So when you see Omoyele Sowore, you're saying Sowore is this, Sowore is that. On the ground, they are still fighting him. They don't even want him to come out as presidential candidate. What are you afraid of? And when you want to snap picture of them, they start hiding. They start dodging. We're asking them, why are you hiding? Why are you hiding? So they were in court. So we went to court. Like normally, every time they go to court, you see Inibehe. Do you see Inibehe? It's Inibehe that's in front. Sowore is wearing white. Look at the thief. See the one that stole our party. See him, that guy in yellow, Leonard. He's Leonard though. He's so uncomfortable now. See his lawyer planning. Look at him. Look at it. He's so uncomfortable. Look at the person. You're looking for a Judas and you agreed. You agreed to be the Judas. Leonard. It don't go better for you. This is the person that stole our party. This is the person that arranged all those things that you see that happened to Sowore. This is the man who was going to arrange. You see, he's looking at the camera. He's so uncomfortable. To arrange fake people to come and witness.
That's your life.
See them. They are planning to come and stop the camera. The guy with the camera.
What's going on? What are you doing? What are you doing?
What's this?
What does this mean?
I hope you are normal.
No, what does this mean?
I hope you are normal.
I hope you won't touch this.
I hope you won't touch this. I just hope you won't touch this
What do you
phone.
mean by this?
I hope you won't touch this phone. I hope you won't touch this phone. If you are not a criminal, why are you hiding your face? It's only a criminal that hides their face. Are you a criminal? Are you a criminal? Are you a criminal? Why are you hiding your face? Are you a see the face? See face of criminal. Why are you hiding your face? Are you a criminal? Why are you hiding your face?
I told you. You see how we do it? You see, criminals, when people are doing something terrible, they won't feel free. They won't feel free. They're still paying them money. But you guys don't know. You don't know what. See, when you are fighting these people, this is what we go through every day. The same Inibehe that you saw in court that day, by the next day, which is today, another judge is throwing him in prison. The same thing they were doing to Shore. Shore was in court. They came inside the court to try to arrest him. Did people forget? So when you see us do some things, you have to understand. We know when Inibehe saw this judge, Inibehe already understood the plan. He understood the script. So when it was playing out, he knew. And by the time he came into the court and he saw armed policemen with AK-47, do you know when the police carries AK-47? He knew. They already planned. If he was in a place where things were done properly, the first thing they would have done is they would have attended to the motion I filed on June 30th. Since June 30th, nobody, that's what you should do. If there is a motion saying, Homo, this guy, I don't trust them, you have to attend to that motion. And when he came to court, he announced to the court, please, there is a motion already standing. You need to act on that motion before we go attend to it. Tell us. You can equally say, you know what, we dismiss this motion. It does not have any merit. And then we will know. But you just say, we will get to that. Let us arrest you first before we come to. Do you understand? Does it make sense? So that's exactly what happened. And then you might think that, oh, this is just a local thing. Inibehe is just AAC lawyers. Let me take you back and show you a little bit about who this Inibehe is. Just an interview. You know, like, why do we take a story and we begin to analyze it? One funny human being in another channel said, don't even go back and begin to analyze the story. We have finished analyzing the story. Don't go back as in me, Chidi. You tell me not to go and analyze. If I don't analyze the story, what will I do? If I don't go and dig it, he said, make I remove my hand. Remove my hand. I said, no, I'm not going to. I'm going to. He said, hands off. I said, no, now I'm legging in. That's what we do. We go behind the story and we try to help you understand. And Inibehe is not just another lawyer. Inibehe is the kind of people, is an activist. Enemy of the state, call him that. Yes, no problem. Enemy of the establishment. Establishment is the one that respects feudal laws, respects money bags, respects politicians. No, that's not Inibehe. Inibehe is enemy of the establishment. So please, Zigara Hosi, you know those people that say, Chidi, remove your hand from this case, tell them I'm coming. They are fear. Don't fear. Let them go and buy adult diaper. Buy adult diaper when you cannot control. We are coming, we are coming. Because with the way we are coming, we're coming strong. We come strong, man. You know what I'm saying? By the time we finish with you, man, you're going to be having running stomach, man. So make you go and be buying your diaper and putting your diaper, because the thing will be like you go hear some things. It will just hit you. It will hit you. When they hit you, it will just go prah on you. We're coming. So let me not get so distracted. I I like this one. He said, a kite don't buy market. He buy market 404. The time I'm telling him, okay, listen. So I tell a kite, I said, even if you're going to be buying the market, I'll find the people they talk to. A kite, he go to buy market. No, one, I'll get it and I'll come back to you guys. But let's see who Inibehe is. I want to show you Inibehe so you understand. Say, maybe small boy we they talk about here. This is somebody who can take on the Nigerian government like nothing. This is when they were talking about the Twitter thing. He was talking about Twitter, and this is somebody facing the federal government of Nigeria. He's not a small boy now. They know. I don't think they told this judge who Inibehe is. But listen.
Twitter is not responsible for the killing by the herdsmen. Twitter is not responsible for what is going on in this country. So when they try to shift attention from their failures, from their incompetence, to now begin to blame foreigners for what is going on in the country, really, as I said, it calls to question whether this is a regime that is really serious about anything.
Well, Mr. Effiong, wow. Okay, responsibility being laid at the feet of Jack Dorsey by the minister, as tenuous as that link clearly is, does make it quite clear that the federal government is becoming more and more entrenched in their position with regards to the Twitter suspension. It's obvious that it's not going to go away overnight. I'd like your comments on that and where this could possibly be headed.
My worry as a citizen is that before our very own eyes, we are seeing a sustained shrinking of the civic space. We are seeing this, the democratic space being decimated. We are seeing the destruction of the little gain that we have made in our democratic process since 1999. When you have a regime that came to power largely because of the power of the social media, Buhari would possibly not be the president today but for the social media. The APC would not be in government today but for the social media. Lai Mohammed will not be a minister today but for the social media. What is the antecedents of these people? When they were in the opposition, they used the same platform to demonize the Jonathan administration. They saw nothing good in that administration. They constantly opposed any attempt to shrink the civic space, to attack the media and so on. But what did they do? They came to power. They now destroyed the bridge that they used to climb to that power. So when you see them saying they are suspending Twitter, they are banning Twitter, it brings to question whether this is really a civilian administration or a military dictatorship disguised as a democracy. How can you say you are suspending a platform that offers millions of Nigerians an opportunity to express themselves, that gives youths, young people, influencers, an opportunity to be self-employed? Can you imagine the rippling effect of this scandalous decision on young persons that depend on Twitter for survival? Can you imagine the effect that this has had on the economy that is already in a state of comatose? Can you imagine the perception of the international community about us as a country? So these people should begin to look at themselves critically. You cannot be saying that, you are strengthening your position when Nigerians are the ones that are losing. And you see the funny part. They make this, funny comparison that China has also limited Twitter, the same with Russia, the same with North Korea. Look at those countries. One thing is peculiar about those countries. These are basically one-party states. These are not states that allow for democracy that Buhari promised Nigerians. You cannot be comparing China with Nigeria, a state that is basically a communist state, that President Xi can be in power for life, with a country that pretends to be a democracy.
I don't want to bore you more with that video, but that just shows you this is politically motivated. Anybody that is connected to African Action Congress, anybody that is connected to the Take It Back movement, anybody that is connected to Moyele Shore, the government doesn't like them because they know what they are capable of doing. You're organizing interviews, you keep us away from the interview. You don't understand. But you cannot fight truth. You cannot see truth. Truth is one thing that bury every other thing. Bury the truth. It does not decay. One day, by itself, it will come out. I'm telling you, truth. Put truth inside a woman. Put truth inside a woman. Cover it with cloth. Tie belts over the truth. One day, the truth will appear. Give it like 3-4 months after you bury the truth. They bury the truth. Bury the truth inside. You know, the truth will go inside. Bury the truth inside of a woman. Give like 3 months, the truth will show. It will come out. You can't do that. Do you understand? So I think the federal government, actually this time around the state government, has made a very big mistake. Very, you know, you cast your nets, your small nets. You catch small fish. This time you just go see shark. The shark come for your small water, for your area. The shark come from sea, enter that small creek, water for the creek like that. So you can't cast your net. You can't catch this big fish. Can you handle it? Can you handle it? They pull it. Somebody say the video is not boring. Can we listen more on that? Okay, Jude Mojeku. Guys, do you want to listen a little bit of you? Okay, if three people give me thumbs up and say they want to listen to the video, I'll play it a little bit because I don't want to bore us on that video. That video is all over the internet, you know. But if 3 people give thumbs up, I will play the video just a little bit and then we will end. Okay, I see 1 thumbs up. They want to hear the guy talk. Okay, if I get 2 thumbs up before I'll count 10. If I get 3 thumbs up, that means we should play the video because we have a lot of people listening. If not, we'll just move on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Someone said, Dr. Chidi, I enjoy your show. You break down the real issues and add some humor. Well done. Thank you so much. Guys, please. Oh, somebody put 2. People can do Ojoro. I said 3 thumbs up. This person went and put 2 thumbs up. Biggie Tibu. I mean, 1 vote per person. You know? Okay, I'll go and play it a little bit. I'll just fast forward. Let's just fast. It's very funny. I say it's 1 thumb up for 1 person. When I put 2, so 2 technically 2 plus 1 is 3. So if I say they get some lawyers in this house, maybe Piggy, are you a lawyer? Oh my God, you kill me. Okay, guys, let's just fast forward a little bit. The guy is full of, oh my God, let me go here. I don't know. Okay, let me hear the question they'll ask him before we move forward. Let's hear the question. And then let's see.
Of the suit that you've instituted against the government with regards to the Twitter ban. You were right off the blocks. As the strike was called off, you went to court and filed this suit. And my second question for you, if you were counsel to Jack Dorsey or to Twitter, which you never know, you might end up being, how would you advise them to conduct themselves now that they've had this slap on the wrist by the Nigerian government?
On the first, well, I'll be a little conservative. The matter is before the court. I've gone to court to seek redress, to demand that this so-called ban be nullified, be set aside, and to also challenge their power to even say they are suspending, because Section 39 of the Constitution is clear that citizens have the right to freedom of expression, including freedom to receive information and impart ideas. I am quoting it verbatim. And that section doesn't end. It says, it shall be without interference. Without interference. If they are saying they now want to interfere, they must amend the Constitution first. Or they must even come out and say, no, we are tired of the Constitution. We want to bring back Decree 4. Let us suspend the Constitution. Let the pretense stop. But as long as the president held the Constitution and the Quran and swore to uphold the Constitution, they must adhere to the principle of fundamental rights. You cannot limit fundamental rights except by an act of parliament, by a written law. Not only a written law, Section 45 and Section 39 says that law must be reasonably justifiable in a democratic society. Reasonably justifiable. As at the time this so-called ban was implemented, which law as at today empower?
Can you see brain? What is wrong with Nigeria? Why Nigeria has people like this? Nigeria has people like this. Do you see somebody? Did you see brain? Do you see intelligence? Why is it that we have people like this? And now Mumu people, this thing is just catching my Mumu people are in government. Mumu, what is wrong with Nigeria? What's wrong with, like, tell me what is wrong with our country? Why is it that you don't have people like this? Look at Malami. Look at people you have. Look at Malami. Look at that Tanko that resigned. Look at the people you have in the judicial system. And you have brilliant people. Look at this young lawyer. Look at this man quoting the Constitution. Look at this man talking. Imagine if you had people like this as ministers, as commissioners, and we have them. They're full everywhere. Where are we having people? Look at what we are offering. Ganduje, Lai Mohammed. Look at the pedigree of the people that are in. Look at this man. As this guy they talk, I said, this is a young Nigerian. This is a young, bred and buttered in, not abroad though. He went to school in Nigeria from our own institution. Not eating burger and fries, eating akpo. I'm telling you, correct meat, smoked fish. Momo, roundabout shack, you see what he can do to you when you chop like that? Sometimes because it's our quiet, but maybe you can eat some small for I don't know. But all of this is what combined to keep this kind of brilliance. Look at this man, can hold himself. This guy can hold his ground any part of the world. In United Nations, this person talking, everybody will stand up and be clapping. We have it. Local bread locally. If you want to know, look at our under 17, look at our sports people. The Nigerian lady just broke the world record. We're not hearing about it. Do you understand? Do you understand why it is frustrating to people like me? That we have these things, but we will be here. We'll be here and allow these stupid, useless, old, demented people to come and take over government. We are even beginning to even entertain people like Tinubu. What is wrong with us? There is something that I saw. I have to share it with you. When I saw it this morning, it made me start thinking that, come on, maybe this is what is happening to people. Because, every day you have headache. You have headache because you are trying as much as possible to make people understand some things. They are not understanding. And I'm wondering, why is it that we keep talking to people and people are not hearing us? Then I saw this publication this morning. Somebody posted this in a WhatsApp group. He said, birds that are born in a cage, they think that flying is an illness. Birds that are born in a cage, they think that flying is abnormal. Because all their life they've been in a cage. When one stays in darkness for too long, exposure to light becomes an irritant. Situating this paradox in Nigeria context, abnormalities experienced for a long time have sadly become the norm. We have come to a position where we just accept everything. Some people will even be telling me, Chidi, maybe, this judge, trying to make excuses. Why? Because we've come to accept abnormal things as normal. Now, who do us? totally unacceptable. It is abnormal. Very abnormal, I tell you. Not acceptable. You understand? So please, people should learn not to tolerate things that don't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. One bit, it doesn't make any sense. So, in conclusion, please, guys, I will maybe what I should do is I'm going to post a link to that video. Let me post a link to the video so that you can go there and you can go and watch the video for yourself. It's on let me show you where I'm going to post the link. It's Arise News. It's Arise News. I'm just sharing it from Arise News, and you can go there. The guy is a brilliant speaker. Brilliant speaker. Brilliant speaker. This is the link. I hope it shows. If it shows, you can copy that link and go and watch that video. Okay. Very brilliant. Very brilliant. One of the best. And this is AAC. You see what we come with? That's why people don't like us. People don't. I saw somebody here. You know yourself. You used to be a member of the family, but now you've changed. I wish you well. No problem. But you know that we don't compromise. You know we will not change. You know we will not go and become friends with our enemy or become friends to the friends of our enemy. No, we don't do that. We don't do that. You are our enemy. You are our enemy. If you're the enemy of my wife, you're my enemy. If you're the enemy of my kids, you're my enemy. I don't know how people do that. How can you be an enemy? How can you hate my wife and then I will like you? Why? It doesn't. No, now. If you want me to like you, you buy my wife present during her birthday. I like you. You understand? But you can't. If people are. If I post a picture, I say this is my queen, this is my jewel. You go there, you can't even like the picture, or you go and put thumbs down. Then you come to my own picture and you put thumbs up. They're mad. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't. So this is how we roll. Inibehe, this judge, if you don't release Inibehe, you know we gave you small ultimatum. If you don't release Inibehe, anything where you buy for this market where you send yourself, take out like that too. It is we the people. We cannot be intimidated. We day here. It's an if I man where you see, and you believe getting if I man, or when was the IC. I'm a megata. You understand? This is when I speak now, I mean say everything is all right. As interpretation. All right, guys. Most of the Mary just said, let's have a contact number. I will give her friendly calls. Don't worry, boss of the Mary. Mary, you know where we share the number. As if you know. Yeah. Why are you spilling? You know very well now. But of course, didn't you know? They don't tell her. Let her go and ask Malami. She's the chief judge of Akwa Ibom. Let her go and ask the chief judge of the federation. Let her go and ask now. Go and ask Malami and Malami's number. What happened? So Mary, you're stating the obvious. Of course you already know. So we will meet at the place and then we'll definitely share her number. And it's open secret to madam. If you're watching this thing now, we will call you because you're a public servant. You are a public servant, and we will get access to your information. You're not running a secret society. You are the people's chief judge. You are a judge of the people's court. You are asked, now we employ you. We are your boss. So when you do the one way we know, like now we go tell you. But you don't understand this in Nigeria because we've been so used to these people abuse of power. We've been so used to these people just saying and doing anything there, and we just say, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. And if anybody comes to say the contrary, you actually begin to attack the person. Nigerians, open your eyes. That's why some people can come and be telling you some things and you can't even see. Somebody will come from another country, another place, and be telling you things and you'll be following the person. You won't even use your own brain. All right, guys, on behalf of Dr. Erica and on behalf of everybody who helps us to make these things happen, my name is Dr. Chidi. Please subscribe if you have not subscribed. And those other issues that we've been following about baby testimony and people who have been scamming the system, and not just talking about baby testimony, but the people who have played very, very hideous roles in that case. We are going after them. We will investigate it and we will tell the story from the beginning. And sorry about some truths that will come out. If the thing affects you, you're my friend, you're my enemy, you're my supporter, you're not my supporter, we will stand on the side of the truth, but we'll apologize to you later. That's what will happen. That's how we roll. I'm out of here. I love you. Bye-bye.